Hello and welcome back to First Look Asia. Now, all this week, there is something there. All this week, we're featuring stories of people committed to the idea of sharing.
You'll find out whose hand it belongs to in a short while. Well, today we catch up with a local photographer who's shifting his focus to share a hobby with Singaporeans that he's been passionate about for more than 4 decades. Let's take a look.
He's one of Singapore's earliest commercial photographers. For several decades, Charlie Lim's focus has been on focal length and shutter speed. By day, he's busy perfecting a style of portrait photography known as painting with light. But for the last 45 years, he's also had another passion, collecting knickknacks and curios from a bygone era. And he's collected quite a lot.
I was influenced by my mom when I was young because I saw her collecting little perfume bottles and also little wine, brandy bottles.
And to date, Charlie's museum boasts thousands of pieces, ranging from kitchen utensils to vintage thermos flasks and the old ice cream containers used by street vendors back in the 1960s.
I go for simple, basic things which I thought people will never understand. People will never see that, wow, this is worth collecting.
And now he wants to share it with everyone else.
The feeling of opening up my place was, in fact, started about 15 years ago. There are 2-3 couples who asked me, Charlie, haven't seen some of your work and your collection, you should open it as a museum. But I wasn't ready at those days. I realized there are many things I have in my 45 years of journey. Not many people know that there's such an item that we used in the 60s or 70s. So I thought it's time to open up now.
Today, Charlie's taking me on a trip down memory lane for a glimpse at memorabilia which has long since disappeared from daily use in Singapore. Back in the day, if your mother emerged with this in hand, you'd know that there was either a crawling or a flying insect around. It's actually an insect spray killer, but this one's been converted by early laundry users who put water in it instead to spray water onto the laundry before they ironed it. A descendant of migrants from China, Charlie's collection reflects an interest in the influence Singapore's early Chinese settlers had on society. Like this collection of abacus, big and small, from the mid-19th century. They were used by trade merchants in early Singapore. The collection also includes an arsenal of Charlie's cameras, models he's used from different eras as photo equipment evolved. Part of Charlie's assortment began as props for photo shoots, like this mammoth glass-blown brandy bottle he saw floating down the Singapore River before the big cleanup of the waterway in 1977.
I bought it from 5 children who were swimming in the river, and I said, why not I give you 10 cents each and you give me the bottle.
His museum also comprises one of the largest seed carving collections in the region, and he credits China's Cultural Revolution for making it happen.
I was very lucky to collect my seed carvings and other arts during the time of 66 to 1977, where that was a time where they are throwing away, and I was very lucky to pick them up from China to Hong Kong.
And if you have a thing for retro gramophones and the sound of authentic vinyl, there's this 100-year-old Victrola from the Victor Talking Machine Company, still in working condition. While Charlie's studio is ready right now as a space for the public to share, its future as a heritage museum may be short-lived. Talks by a private collector are already in the works to potentially buy a large number of Charlie's heritage pieces for a 6-figure sum, proving that what began for Charlie as a hobby to hoard may one day see him turn his keepsakes into cash.
All right, so the hand of this mystery bottle is none other than Charlie Lim, thank you for joining us in studio, Charlie.
Good morning, Charlie.
You have such an extraordinary collection. How did you get started on this journey of collecting?
Actually, it was started by around 1971, where I first saw a seat that has window, can open and close.
A seat
An
with
olive seat,
windows.
this size.
Right.
And it only cost me $2.50. So I was like, wow, what is $2.50 now,
Right.
when it's 20 years later or 40 years later? Money don't stay at the same value.
Yes.
Number one. Number two, for the sake of the craft, for the sake of the hardness of the seed, and they cannot lie to me because there's 3 sections when you dissect it. So based on that theory, I said I should keep more. And then I realized that when I go to A shop, I see A design. When I see B, I see BD design. So that's how I started to collect until today. We've got probably about biggest in the world.
Charlie, you're a national treasure yourself, my friend. But when did you decide that, look, you wanted to extend it, make it bigger and bigger and bigger? When did you say, this is something that I'm really passionate about, I'm just going to keep going at it?
Because if I travel even to Australia, to London, I pick 1 or 2 from there too.
Right.
Because these locals bought from China, bring them to the shop, and I'm aware of what is seed carving or any seed carving is all about. So I tend to look out for that, which nobody knows they are seed. They may think they are wood, but actually they are seed carvings.
And we have a
Sure.
closer look.
Sure.
Wow. And you have the biggest collection in the world.
According to the Chinese covers, 3 of them came to my shop. He said, Charlie, if you ever go China and they know you have so much, they won't let you come out.
Tell us about your seed collection. How much is it
So
worth?
intricate.
Well, many figures.
Many figures.
Because someone has already booked me for my first lot, my A lot, which is about 500 over design, 1,000 over seats.
Wow.
He wants to buy them over to put in the Chinese Association in Chinatown for the public to view. And according to the Chinese and to the books that we have today, there's no one even have that quality of the design of this
Beautiful.
Lohan.
It's
No one.
Wow, it's
and
exquisite. Really.
And those days they used chisel to cut. Today they use dentist drill to help them.
A dentist drill.
Dentist drill.
Well, Charlie, you brought other knickknacks for us. Can you show that? Us
little
what they
things
are?
like for example, the old days, how the carpenter will work with a drill that using a simple system. If I press this board, the needle will just spin, and that's how they drill holes in the old days. Yeah, in the old days, and for example, like
the F&N bottle.
The F&N bottle. If I were to see this, 10 of them, I will not buy that 10 pieces. I'll probably buy 2. But if you put this in added value with a spray, I'll buy all of them if I ever see them.
You're a very clever man.
And you have
Thank
that one over there. No.
Yes, and this one,
it's just a blower.
in fact, I just bought it not too long ago. It's a blower, okay? Very clever system. It's a blower.
Oh, very clever.
Very
Like
cool.
it's your own air conditioning.
The air is directional.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's blowing right at us. I'm already cold enough. Thank you, Charlie.
We can go on talking about some, and give me that. I remember this from old shops. All right, Charlie, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you.
We've been speaking to Charlie Lim, and if you want to pay a visit to Charlie's Heritage Museum, you can get more details from www.charlielim.com, and the website address is on your screen right now.
Like I said, a national treasure. Time for a short break. World News is next. Plus, activity books that are designed for seniors in Singapore. We look at how these are being used to bring back fond memories to persons with dementia. That's coming up in the next hour. Coins in here.